And welcome to episode 15 of AEW Dynamite here on the Willie Does Wrestling YouTube channel. Of course, if you are new here, Monday Night Raw is booked by myself, Willie Does Wrestling. AEW, which is the episode we're doing right now, is booked by Dylan of the Last Week in Wrestling podcast, and Wolf Ferris books SmackDown. So we are on episode 15 of Dylan's AEW Dynamite. This is the go home AEW show before our next Universe Mode pay-per-view, AEW All in London. So we're going to see who might or might not be on that card here today, as we will run you through the card. Happy Thanksgiving, every single one of you, as we're going to kick things off with two New Japan Pro Wrestling legends locking horns. Hiroshi Tanahashi, who owns a victory over former AEW World Champion Will Ospreay last week. He will take on another man who has his sights set on the AEW World title, Kazuchika Okada. That will be our opening contest here tonight. And speaking of having their eyes on championships, here are two that would very much love to have a shot at the AEW Women's World title. Willow Nightingale going one-on-one with the seasoned veteran, the role model Bayley of Damage Control here tonight. And speaking of Damage Control, they are back in action here on Dynamite, as Dakota Kai and Io Sky will team up to take on two women who have had a little bit of tensions and even faced each other last week. They were opponents last week. Tonight, they are partners, as Saraya and Ruby Soho are looking to work out their differences as they take on Damage Control tonight. And Tony Storm will try to play peacekeeper on the outside. The acclaimed former AEW World Tag Team Champions are in tag team action here tonight, as they will take on Imperium's Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. Gunther will not be in Imperium's corner this week, probably out of frustration of Imperium's recent failures. Our co-main event, the TBS champion Zoe Stark is in action as she takes on Thunder Rosa here tonight. You got to think, if Thunder Rosa beats Zoe Stark, that'll put her next in line for a TBS title opportunity. And Sky Blue, the former TBS champion, finally returns to Dynamite as she goes one-on-one against a woman that she knows very well, Chris Statlander, in our main event tonight. Well, let's not waste any more action here on our Thanksgiving edition of Universe Mode, the 15th episode of AEW, as we will kick things off with Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada. I want to thank everybody for their recent support on the content. Thank you so much for being so patient with my upload schedule as well. This is streaming right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/MrWillym. It will premiere on YouTube, Willie Does Wrestling, shortly after the stream is done going live. Here we go, episode 15 of Dynamite, as here comes Hiroshi Tanahashi, who made his return last week. And Hiroshi Tanahashi made his Universe Mode return last week, going one-on-one against former AEW World Champion Will Ospreay. And Hiroshi Tanahashi actually ended up getting the victory in that matchup. This could be a start of a very big push for Hiroshi Tanahashi, especially if he defeats Kazuchika Okada here tonight. Okada also has his sights set on the AEW World Champion, currently held by Switchblade Jay White of Bullet Club Gold. As here comes Kazuchika Okada, who's been on a bit of a hot streak for the past almost month here on Universe Mode.
And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at
Okada has slowly but surely become the workhorse of the AEW men's division, performing almost every week here on Dynamite. Okada is scratching and clawing, potentially earning himself an AEW World title opportunity some point in the near future, especially if he can get the victory over a man he knows super well, Hiroshi Tanahashi, here tonight. This could potentially be a #1 contenders match here right now. You gotta think Switchblade Jay White is watching this match very closely. Let's not waste any more time. Our opening contest here on Dynamite, Tanahashi versus Okada, two Japanese legends battling right now to kick off episode 15 of Dynamite. And Okada starting off with a nice neck breaker. Okada, widely regarded as one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet, and dropping Tanahashi down with a vicious slam. Okada with the momentum in the early going of this matchup, and a nice slam. You gotta think maybe Okada's favorite Thanksgiving, well, Canadian Thanksgiving present, I should say, is possibly getting an opportunity at All In for the AEW World Championship, as Okada very much in control over Tanahashi. Tanahashi's getting his ass whooped. German suplex, and now Tanahashi though with a nice counter. Now springboard drop kick, and Tanahashi trying to get back in momentum, celebrating with the crowd. Punch right in the face of Okada, and Tanahashi means business. No, ducks. Wasn't able to connect with anything there. Uppercut by Okada. And now Kazuchika Okada going to utilize some strikes. And now a leg lock. Middle of the ring. Too far away from the ropes. Tanahashi trying to reach. Referee is in perfect position, but it's too early. Tanahashi getting out of that leg lock. Brutal clothesline. And you got to think, a huge victory like the one that Tanahashi got over Will Ospreay last week has surely put Tanahashi's name in contention for a possible challenger for the world title. And you got to think that must have pissed Okada off very much. Okada, who's been here since the beginning of Universe Mode. Nice spine buster there. Can that be enough for the quick victory? No, Tanahashi able to kick out. But Okada was probably going to try to set up for the Rainmaker, his finishing maneuver. Elbow there. Escapes. And then, knee right to the face. And now Okada could be looking to put the finishing touches. Back elbow into a Rainmaker. That's a very unique combination. Cover hooks the leg into a kick out by Tanahashi. Normally, Okada would hit a German suplex into the Rainmaker, but he did an elbow right into a Rainmaker. As now, what's Okada thinking here? Flip. Misses. Bam! Right into a clothesline. And Okada is feeling it here on AEW Dynamite. Looking to get the easy victory over Tanahashi. Looking for another neckbreaker. Connects. Okada's just looking to punish Hiroshi Tanahashi here. And right now he's doing a good job. Rolls through. Brilliant transition into a knee to the back of the neck. Can that be it for the victory here on Dynamite? It is. Okada has beaten Tanahashi in our opening contest. Just like that. Utter domination by Kazuchika Okada. And the knee right to the back of the neck. And Tanahashi probably couldn't even move after that. Okada with the win. The red hot streak of Kazuchika Okada continues. And you gotta think now, Okada might very well be next in line for All in London for the AEW World Championship. You got to think, how will Dylan of the Last Week in Wrestling podcast book this? Because if it's Okada versus Jay White, it'll be one hell of a main event. Well, now we move on to the women's side, a singles match between two women who have been very vocal about wanting an opportunity at a championship here in AEW. These two women are going to battle it out. Willow Nightingale, the Long Island native, versus the role model, Bayley, here tonight. Welcome back to Dynamite, our second contest here, as here comes Willow Nightingale making her way to the ring. Our first of 3 women's matches here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Long Island, New York, Willie Nightmare.
Willow Nightingale, if you remember, at our last pay-per-view, Battle of the Belts Part 2, Willow Nightingale had an opportunity against Riho in a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Willow Nightingale would very much love a second opportunity at that belt. Of course, Riho, we haven't seen in quite some time, ever since her last title defense. But here comes the role model, the veteran, the leader of Damage Control, Bayley.
And representing Damage Control from San Jose, California, Bayley.
And of course, Dakota Kai and Io Sky of Damage Control are not with Bayley here tonight because they're too busy preparing, because coming up next, they will take on Ruby Soho and Saraya of the Outcast. But speaking of Bayley, Bayley has been very vocal about a possible conspiracy going on with the higher-ups here in AEW, because Bayley believes she has earned herself a singles opportunity against either the TBS champion Zoe Stark or the Women's World Champion Riho. But Bayley looking to prove she is capable of being a women's champion here in AEW as she goes one-on-one with Willow Nightingale right now. These two ladies wanting to prove themselves here in the women's division, the red hot AEW women's division here in Universe Mode. As this match is underway, Willow Nightingale. Oh, wait a minute. No, Bayley throwing Willow over the top, wanting to gain a little bit of separation from the big woman. Oh, slap right to the face. Huge sign of disrespect by Bayley. Bayley, part of the 4 Horsewomen, which revolutionized women's professional wrestling. And Willow from behind, able to recover. And now she's celebrating with the AEW crowd. Oh, but Bayley taking a bit of offense to that. But Willow Nightingale with the strength, running power slam to Bayley. And Willow definitely has what it takes to be a champion here in Universe Mode. It was just Battle of the Belts wasn't her night. Oh, brutal leg drop to Bayley into the cover. Can't be enough for a quick victory kick out of 2 by Bayley. You got to think, how will Damage Control's match favor coming up next? And Bayley trying to get some strikes in, but again, the size of Willow Nightingale. Samoan drop. Oh, now taunting Bailey. Did the old hugger taunt, and Bailey took huge offense to that. And Willow just dominating in a spinning sidewalk slam. That has gotta hurt. And Bailey still trying to fight back. But Willow not allowing Bailey to hit anything. Oh, backstabber. Shades of Carlito. Willow Nightingale into another sidewalk slam, and Bailey is hurt. And now Willow. Oh, nope. Bailey able to counter. Oh, Bailey's got Willow on the ropes finally. Irish whip. Oh, went for an elbow, missed. Oh, went for a chop and missed. The speed of Willow Nightingale. Oh, now Bailey's got Willow on the apron. What will she do with it? Oh, punch right to the face. And gonna hit the twist of fate right on the ropes. Now these two spilling onto the outside. Into a DDT onto the floor. That's gotta hurt the face. The referee beginning his count. Drop kick by Bailey right at the back. And now Bailey going to bring Willow back inside the ring. Good. As we are back here on Dynamite, episode 15, Bailey one-on-one against Willow Nightingale here on Dynamite, and Willow getting back in control now for the time being. Bailey on the ropes. Oh, cross body by Willow Nightingale. Here's the cover over the veteran Bailey. You got to think a victory for Willow Nightingale over Bailey would do wonders for her Universe Mode career. Willow Nightingale already with red hot momentum. Neckbreaker. Bailey able to quickly get back up and hit a DDT. Go for the cover herself over Willow and a kick out. Bailey a little bit frustrated. She can't let her emotions get the better of her. Drop down. Leapfrog. Oh, into a nice arm drag there by Bailey. And hitting another DDT for good measure. Can Bailey get the victory over the big woman? No. Not yet anyway. And Bailey, oh, able to hit another drop kick. Willow Nightingale onto the ropes. Bailey hitting a clothesline over the top rope. And Willow celebrating with the crowd. Bayley doesn't like that very much. Immediately bringing Willow back inside the ring. And another slap right to the face. And now Bayley, just telling the crowd to pipe down, shut up. And hitting a Bayley to belly. Middle of the ring, cover. Hooks the leg. Bayley has beaten Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale was in a weakened state, and then bam! Bayley to belly, beautifully connected. By the amount of power that Bayley used to hit it, that was it. And now that Bayley has this victory here on Dynamite, you gotta think that that had to earn Bayley a future AEW Women's World Title opportunity against Riho. But will Bayley get that opportunity? We'll find out. Maybe at All In. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next in our third contest of episode 15 of AEW Dynamite, it's a women's tag team match. Saraya and Ruby Soho have had a bit of issues in recent weeks, but now they're going to attempt to team up once again as they take on Damage Control's Io Sky and Dakota Kai. Will they be able to coexist? We find out next on AEW Dynamite. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite, and it is time for women's tag team action. As the Outcasts are here.
Scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Tony Storm, the Outsiders.
And this match here tonight is very interesting, considering the fact that last week Saraya and Ruby Soho were both in women's tag team action, but they were opponents for whatever reason. And of course, 2 weeks ago, all three members of the Outcasts faced each other in a triple threat match where Ruby Soho got the victory in that match. There's a lot of tension between Saraya and Ruby Soho, but tonight they're going to try to put those differences aside out of benefit for the Outcasts. And we're going to see if they're able to get the victory together as partners. As the Outcasts are looking to take on Dakota Kai and Io Sky of Damage Control. As here comes Io Sky.
Representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan,
Io Sky, formerly known as Io Shirai. She is the genius of the sky. She's one of those women that can hit you from anywhere and defies gravity wherever she goes. One of the most talented women in not just AEW's women's division, but the entire Universe Mode women's division. But Io Sky and Dakota Kai are back in tag team action here on Dynamite. It's been quite a while since we've seen Io Sky in competition. Last time she did, she got a victory over Gigi Dolan. As here comes Dakota Kai.
And representing Damage Control from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai.
And Dakota Kai, the most offensive member of Damage Control. It's been quite a while since we've seen Dakota Kai as well. She was a vital part of the beginning of AEW. Last time we saw her, she got a victory over, well, the first time we saw her, I should say, she got a victory over Monday Night Raw's Valhalla of the Viking Raiders. And in the first ever episode of Dynamite now, she's here on the 15th episode, teaming up with her best friend to take on the Outcasts. Well, here we go. Women's tag team action. Ruby Soho will start off against Io Sky in this women's tag team matchup. Damage Control versus the Outcasts. Here we go. And for a lot of women's tag team wrestling fans, this match really seems to be a dream match, but we got to see if Saraya and Ruby Soho could be able to work together with their recent tension that they've been getting over the past almost month here on AEW. It's Ruby Soho in control of the armor of Io Sky, going to look for the quick victory and a kick out. Clearly not enough damage done. And now Ruby Soho showboating to the crowd, but Io able to get back up to her feet and hit a beautiful suplex with a bridge for the victory for Damage Control and a kick out. And women's wrestling is never better than in AEW here on Willie Does Wrestling Universe mode. Ruby, brutal suplex right onto the turnbuckles to Io and a kick out again by Sky. Some of the best women's talents are here on AEW. Oh, but Dakota Kai. And how good is it for Dakota Kai to finally be back in an AEW ring? But Ruby still in control. Oh, wait a minute. She's going to try to tag in Saraya. And Saraya now. Oh, both women were thinking the same thing. Neither was able to connect. Oh, look at the brutal knees of Saraya. Right now, it seems like the Outcasts are working together as a team. Quite nice. You got Toni Storm on the outside as well, watching over the action. And Saraya, of course, multiple time women's champion, a veteran in the business. Won championships in her late teens and early 20s. Most people never get in the big leagues that age. And now, double team by the Outcasts, working nice together. And now Ruby's back legal. Oh, Dakota Kai looked like she was going to try to tag Io back in. Ruby did not want that to happen, as Dakota Kai is getting absolutely dominated by the Outcasts in this tag team matchup here on Dynamite, as Ruby especially showing her skills well. Another tag, and the Outcasts once again. Ruby gonna use Saraya as a weapon, taking out Dakota Kai. And Saraya loving this, but she doesn't realize Dakota has just tagged in Io Sky. And here comes Io. Oh, brutal kick by the genius of the Sky. Is this enough to beat the Outcast? Kick out by Saraya. And Io Sky gonna bring the momentum right back on the side of Damage Control. The crowd loving this. Oh, wait a minute. Saraya kick to the midsection. What's she gonna go for here? Oh! God, brutal suplex there. Almost with a bit of a twerk on the neck there. Oh! Now a big boot by Saraya for the Outcasts. No. And Saraya especially is pissed. Here's a tag to Ruby Soho. And of course, coming up next, the Acclaimed, former AEW World Tag Team Champions, take on Imperium. Io Sky with a fairy tale ending. Cover. Hooks the leg. Oh, and almost with a victory for Damage Control. 2.5 for Io Sky. Wait a minute. Io. Oh, taking out Saraya. So Io can do this. The submission hold is in. Toni Storm telling Ruby not to tap. Ruby might have to tap though. No. Ruby able to get out of it. That was almost it for Damage Control thanks to Io Sky. Ruby's still in this fight. Oh, beautiful neck breaker And now Ruby gonna take care of Dakota Kai. Oh no. Oh, head first